All right. This is D483347. Counsel, if you'd like to make an appearance.
Yes, Your Honor. Mark Smith, 11872. I'm appearing on behalf of the plaintiff, Diana Buckley. I'm appearing pro bono.
Okay. And counsel, we're getting the husband on the phone. Your appearance in a pro bono capacity, is that just something that you're doing on your own, or is it
Yes,
through?
it is.
Okay.
It's on my own.
So it's not through like legal services or anything else?
Correct. Due to the time, I haven't had any chance to coordinate with legal aid.
Okay.
In the past, I have taken them on my own and then contacted legal aid to get their
Umbrella.
support.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, but either way, I'll be appearing pro bono.
Okay.
May I speak with Mr. Buckley?
What I was
Hi, sir.
going to do
This is
today,
Judge
counsel,
Gonzalez, court clerk here on the
I was
record.
going to
Are you
try to
ready?
track down pro bono attorneys for both parties
Are you
because
ready
they
to go on
both have
record,
filed
sir?
motions and there's no points of authorities. There's a lot of issues on this case that it's just been very difficult. Okay, sir, this is Judge Gonzalez. Good morning.
Good morning.
If you could state and spell your last name.
Tom Buckley. It's THOMASBUCHELE.
All right, and sir, where are you currently residing?
I'm at my daughter's house in Santa Paula, California.
Okay, and do you know if you're going to be residing there indefinitely?
No, I won't be. I plan on going back to Vegas, but I've been under doctor's care and 24-hour nursing care for 4 months. So until I get my strength back and released from the doctor, it may take another 3 months before they'll let me go back.
Okay, and do you know when you plan on coming back to Las Vegas?
Well, I hope around December, but that's up to my doctor.
Okay, are you aware that?
I can't even get in my chair or anything like I did before.
Okay, are you aware that this court has made numerous requests? At some point, your daughter indicated that she was your guardian.
Yes.
And we have made numerous requests to get an updated status from your doctor regarding your current health condition and your ability to actually go to trial on this matter and potentially be in trial for 2 days, and I have gotten nothing from anyone on that.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. I thought that was all taken care of.
Never. We tried to get a hold of the hospital. There was something that was just on a prescription pad that was provided. That was prior to your heart surgery back in May, but I have got nothing from a doctor. You are going to need to get a letter from a doctor, and you're going to have to get that faxed over to my department. Do you have a fax number there?
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah, I haven't been on a computer or anything since I went in the hospital last time.
Okay, sir. Are you being treated by a doctor in California?
Yes, the doctor comes to her house once or twice a week, and I have 2 nurses that come during the week. And then I have full-time health care that resides there till my daughter comes home from work.
Okay, sir. Do you have a pen or a pencil there? What's that?
Yes, okay.
It's 702 366.
26-6.
No, 36-6.
36-6.
13.
Okay.
23.
1323.
That's my fax number. So you
That's
need
the fax number.
Yes, you need to talk to your treating physician and have that physician send a letter addressing your current state of health addressing your ability to be able to be in trial for potentially 2 days, and your ability, what kind of accommodations would be necessary, if any. Now, the other thing is that I'm going to do on this case, sir, the two of you had filed motions requesting relief. Both of your pleadings or papers that have been filed with the court are void of any memorandum of points and legal authority for the court to grant your relief. Diana now has counsel here in court. What is your current address, sir?
980 Loma Vista Place, LOMAVISTA Place, and that's in Santa Paula, California. And I think the zip is 93030.
Andrea, were you able to get that? All right, and a current phone number where counsel would be able to contact you at?
Hold on. Well, it's this phone number that you called, sir. It's my cell phone.
Okay. What I'm going to...
I don't know the number. It's 419 or something like that.
All right, what I'm going to do, sir, she has pro bono counsel. The court was going to get her pro bono counsel to see if I could have somebody step in. She now has somebody representing her. I'm going to have somebody who's going to represent you in a pro bono capacity. I'm probably going to put this matter on over the next 10 to 14 days for a return date. You could appear telephonically on that. I would have counsel here, and then at that point, this court would then, once I have counsel representing both sides, we'd have a discussion as far as on this case where we're at, have the counsel have the opportunity to meet and confer, try to see what they may be able to do to resolve this case, and at that point, to the extent necessary, if we're going to need to have motions filed, I'm going to ask that the counsel go ahead and file an appropriate motion on this matter. But in the meantime, sir, you need to get with your primary care physician and have him fax a letter to this department before our next return date so I could have a better idea as to what your physical and mental health capacities are at this point. You understand that?
Yes, I do. Currently, I'm taking like 18 pills a day for stress and pain.
Well, your doctor's going to have to give me an update vis-a-vis a letter that explains everything that's going on and your physical and mental capacity or ability to be in trial on this matter. But I want that done before we return.
Okay.
So let me look at a... Counsel, what time does your calendar on the 2nd, which is 2 weeks from today? I have at 9 o'clock, 9:30, 10:30. Does that day work for you?
Yeah, the morning times are usually good.
All right, sorry, I'm talking to...
On the 2nd,
Yes, if you want to look at your calendar.
my calendar call that day in at the RJC.
What time is that?
I believe that's at 11.
I could put you on my 9 o'clock calendar.
9 o'clock?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, sir, I'm going to continue this till the 2nd of September at 9 o'clock. In the meantime, the court is going to look at finding counsel for you to represent you, and then I will do a minute order appointing a pro bono attorney, and then I will provide contact information for you and have that person call you before our return hearing. Additionally, once that person is representing you, they may be able to then get a release where they can get information to talk to the doctor directly, because that's essential that I get that information. In the meantime, you're under a good faith obligation, sir, to get that to me as quickly as possible. I'm actually going to order that you provide a fax no later than this Friday at 5 p.m. from your treating physician regarding the things that I'm requesting. You understand that, sir?
Yes.
All right. And then at that point, counsel, I'm just going to put this on for a further proceeding. I'll look for somebody to represent him in a pro bono capacity, and then we'll see where we can proceed on the second.
Okay, we do kind of have a dire situation in that she's about to be homeless here. In that, you know, I mean, the court ordered, as you know, last October him to have possession, but he moved out. She never got her possession. She's been staying with friends.
I had a hearing regarding that in part.
I'm sorry, sir, I couldn't hear that.
Okay. He's just talking about her getting the possessions. We had a partial hearing on that. We had some witnesses come in and testify, and then I had it set for trial. I believe it was, I'm going off the top of my head now, sometime May 9th or 10th or 8th, but he actually had heart surgery the day before we were set for trial, and he was in the hospital and went into an induced coma at some point, and so that kind of put everything on hold. And then coming in, you know, they were representing themselves at that point, which made it very difficult. And the exhibits that he brought for the court, even though I explained what an exhibit binder and everything was, he provided the exhibits on a computer disk. So I mean, this is the court.
I guess my question is, he just stated for the court on the record that, you know, he anticipates not coming back anytime before December. Meanwhile, the house has been rented out. He moved out and he rented out the house.
I'm going to address that on the return date. That's why I'm not putting it out like 30 days, 60 days. You know,
Well, I was out of the house because I was young kids were able to make the mortgage payments where I was.
I'm not addressing that today, but by way of what they have properly before the court, since they're both working on their own in a pro bono capacity, I'm trying to be as flexible as I can, but they're both submitting things that, you know, legally there's some problems with that. You may even want to, you know, file something prior to this next hearing, counsel, and if you want to put it on a, you know, you know what? Do we have any? We don't have anything on. My preference. What do you have later that afternoon, counsel? Well,
I should be available on the 2nd. I should be available.
sir, on the second, what's your availability at 1:30?
1:30 on the 2nd?
Yes.
That would be all right.
Okay. What I'd like to do is, I don't have an afternoon calendar. I'd like to have some time on this case because if we're on my motion calendar, that's going to be a little bit difficult to address some of these issues.
Whatever's convenient for you, sir.
All right. So.
I'll have my phone ready.
All right, I'm going to put it on for 1:30 on the 2nd, and if you wanted to file any type of updated motion and request for relief, counsel, and do it in a proper fashion, and you want to get it to the court on a order shortening time, I'd certainly be willing to do that. You're going to have to figure out how to serve him, though, on that. So if you can get that done and taken care of, I'll be more than happy to address it. If not, you know, we should have counsel, and we could probably have a discussion as far as what we need to do in the interim, getting things going forward.
Okay, so on the 2nd, have the discussion.
Yeah, we can have some type of discussion if you want to file some type of a, you know, the service may be a little bit dicey because you're going to have personal service because it's less than 10 days as far as.
Right.
So I'll just leave that at your discretion. And as soon as I have somebody who can come in and take this case, because again they're going to be doing it in an unpaid pro bono capacity, then I'll have them contact you, and the two of you can have, the court will order that the counsel have some type of discussion regarding this prior to our return. Okay.
Okay.
And the court is going to indicate that the minute order from today would suffice, and we'll go ahead and send out as to him, counsel, since you're here, I'm still going to send a notice of the September 2nd hearing out to him in the mail, okay?
Okay.
All right, we'll see you back here at 1:30 on September 2nd. And on that one, again, sir, you can appear telephonically, okay?
All right.
Okay.
Sir, I do have one question.
Yes.
And Nevada revised statutes says that after 1 year of separation, a divorce can be granted.
No, not divorce.
Okay, sir,
Yes.
you can only get granted a divorce after a divorce to trial if the two of you don't agree, and we were set to do that. But last time you had heart surgery and you're in the hospital. So at this point, the number one thing that you need to work on is to get a letter from your treating physician as to what your current mental and physical state is and your ability to go to trial. Okay?
Okay.
We're off record.
I'd also
Sorry, we're off record at this point.